Morning at 9 o'clock. We love checking in with Professor Jeff Stein because we're going to teach you something in history that has an Iowa connection. So good morning, Professor. Glad you're dry and comfortable in studio there, hanging out with us this morning. What are we talking about today?
Well, good morning to you both. We're going to talk about the Civil War battle that was fought on the ground in the state of Iowa. Now, that is going to cause some of you to take another sip of coffee and scratch your head, but it was true. On this date, October 12th, 1864, a Civil War battle was fought in our state, just north of the Missouri border near Bloomfield. Confederate forces led by Lieutenant Bill Jackson made their way into Iowa. Jackson led a dozen heavily armed Missouri partisan rangers dressed in Union uniforms as a disguise. He led them on a raid through Davis County, and it led to the murder of 3 citizens there.
Wow.
It was the furthermost north of any Confederate incursion during the Civil War. Now, let's take a step back. Remember, Iowa was a free state. Missouri was a slave state.
Right.
And so those who were with the Confederacy in Missouri came over the border into Iowa, led a raid, and literally killed 3 people. Now, there are some folks near a place called Salineville, Ohio, who say, no, stop there, Iowa. We actually had the northernmost incursion. Well, that location in Ohio is actually further south than the site in Iowa where there was a Civil War battle. Now, it is true the Ohio battle was a full engagement between Union and Confederate forces. By contrast, that incursion into Iowa sort of sounds like a gang in disguise, but they were still Confederate soldiers on a raid that led to the death of 3 Iowans, farther north than any other in the Confederacy went. And it happened near Bloomfield in Davis County on this date in 1864.
Yeah, you can see the plaque there, too, the site of the Confederate invasion of Iowa, 12th day of October, back in 1864. People probably didn't realize that it happened
here no idea.
in the state of Iowa. How about that?
It's really amazing because, again, you think of the Civil War as being fought in the South.
Down south,
right.
Yeah.
But you had the offshoots who, again, fought as far north as Ohio, obviously a full battle, but that's much further south. And again, it shows how passions can be inflamed. It's interesting, Iowa had more soldiers per capita in the Civil War than any state in the Union.
Really?
Wow, just a strong representation, and still a strong representation military-wise today.
Oh, absolutely correct. Absolutely. And it really showed back then Iowa had barely been a state. So there was a real sense of patriotism because truly Iowa was admitted to the Union in 1846, and that's only a generation before the Civil War.
What a scary time when the country truly turned on itself and fought against itself. But people can learn more about our history and the Iowa ties that we share with you every single day. If people want to know more, Professor, besides watching us every morning here at the 9 o'clock hour, where else should they go?
IowaAlmanac.com has this story and all the ones that we've talked about. You can also get a sneak preview every morning bright and early by following us on the Twitter machine at Iowa Almanac.
That works. All right, buddy, you have yourself a great weekend. Try to stay warm, and hopefully you don't get the little bit of snow that we had earlier this morning over in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, I heard rumors of snow, and I'm going to not look outside.
That's what I did. Smart idea.
And if you don't look outside, by the time you finally do look outside, it'll be gone.
That's my hope. If I can just avoid bad news as long as possible, I'm good.
Perfect.
That's awesome. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you Monday.
You guys as well. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, 5.